welcome back. It's your boy Reg
and Natalie,
and this is Pardon Our Facts. We're back to you guys with a whole new episode.
So now we are back again about Power. As we all know, the finale just happened.
Yes.
So we're here to let you know what we thought about the finale. So make sure if you did not watch the finale, episode 15, watch that first and then come back to this video.
Facts.
Power, episode 15. So it just happened. We all already know that the mid-season finale, everybody was like, who shot Ghost?
Who shot Ghost?
Who shot Ghost? That was the big thing that happened mid-season. And then they came back with about 5 episodes, right? 5 or 6? I think it was 5. Yeah, and every episode is basically, we had the Dre episode, we had the Angela's sister episode, we had Tommy.
Perspective.
Yeah, and as we went down the line, we realized that in those episodes, those people didn't do it. And it narrowed down to Tariq and the mom. Now, what did you say during our episode for mid-season who you thought was going to be the
I said it was Tariq. Just the way his expression was, he was very stern, very cold when he was walking down those steps as they showed. And I was like, oh no, someone like that, they definitely committed a murder. Or they did something bad. So I knew it was Tariq. I said my hunch was Tariq, so I went with Tariq.
And I went with Tasha. So it's actually funny that those were the two that it narrowed down to. It wasn't Tasha. It was freaking Tariq. And
it was
you know
Tariq.
What? It sucks.
Right.
Let me say this. You picked Tariq because it was one of those things that it was like the obvious, like, oh, it's gonna be Tariq.
It was not obvious. It was not obvious.
Really? We're gonna say that throughout the whole season, we didn't all think like,
because it could have been
Tariq.
Tommy. It could have been. It was like 5 people that it could have been.
My thing was, I feel like they should have switched the narrative a little bit and gave it to Tasha or something for her to have done. But then, you know, as we continue to watch, after we realized that Tariq did it, you know, Tasha ended up having Karma smack her in the face when she did that dumb move on the guy she was sleeping with. And you know, I was wondering when that man was gonna come into play, because it's like he came here and there and just disappeared.
Here's my thing. Did Tasha deserve to kill Ghost after everything he put her through?
Yes.
Comment below and let us what you think. Was it Tasha that deserved to have the last laugh against Ghost and actually kill him and have the saying that he didn't win? He didn't win because he kept saying I already won. So I want to know, he was stopped, but it was not from Tasha. Should have Tasha got her justice? That's what I want to know from you.
Tasha should have got her justice, because at the end of the day, he screwed her over.
Plenty of times.
He messed this up from the moment that he started sleeping again with Angela. He ruined the entire marriage, the entire family. Everything was like a trickle effect the moment that Angela walked into that club.
Yeah, but
and that he didn't know how to say no.
Tasha did her dirt too.
Yes, she did. She did her dirt but too. He is the main reason for this whole, for everything even happening.
Ghost,
if we really narrow it down.
He destroyed his whole family.
He literally destroyed his whole family for P-U-S-S-Y. A woman he says he loves, but whatever.
He destroyed his whole family, and I can't respect that. But you know, it just goes to show you where it landed him at the end of the day.
Now, about 3 weeks ago, there was a leak online about the ending of who was gonna kill him, and unfortunately, I saw it. It was like on Facebook or something.
Of course, she saw it. Oh gosh.
Because I follow like normal people who watch shows. What do you follow exactly?
Not spoilers.
You follow people that do something else.
Not spoilers.
But yeah, I know you were never gonna come across the spoilers because of what you follow.
Anyway,
but unfortunately, I follow normal people who watch shows, and somebody leaked it, and then I saw exactly what happened last night, and it bothered me because I was like, I would have liked if they had switched it around at least, so that way it wouldn't be the exact same thing that was leaked online. So it was already ruined, and honestly, I kind of expected a little more from the last episode. Not to say it was a bad episode, I enjoyed it, but I do feel like I expected a little more. Like, for some reason, the best episodes were the Dre one and Tommy to me. I don't know.
Here's my thing about this particular episode. Let's get right into that. In the beginning of the episode, why didn't Tariq question Tasha on who was the man that she stayed out all night with? He did
question her.
Yeah, but she just gave a generic answer. He didn't really flush it out like that. He just like accepted it. This is a man your mom's involved with, and you didn't get to see who is this dude. Like, you're moving over, but who is this dude? He's so protective of his mom now after Ghost hit her. Why wasn't he protected to know who was the man that made her stay up all night? I just thought like, come on now, Tariq would have been hounding her. He should have been on her.
But he did question her, and you have to understand she's the adult, he's the kid. So at the end of the day, that's like if your mother said that you're at the end of the day, you don't have really much say after a while.
They're not really an adult and kid. They ain't a business. She showed him how to sell drugs, how to move weight. Is that son and daughter thing, mother and daughter? That don't work anymore. No, they're more like business partners. So I feel like she should have drilled it way more to get into who is this man you seeing? We got a whole operation. Oh, you telling him what we're doing? Is he helping us move this weight? What's going on? I feel like that could have been fleshed out a little better. Especially after Tariq was going after her because Ghost put hands on her. So he was protective. You would know. That didn't make sense to me in that part.
Okay, and what was your other take?
Other take was when Tariq had the gun, right? And why didn't Tasha take the gun from Tariq? If you know your son got a gun from Dre, why didn't you take the gun from your son? Why do you let him continue holding the gun? That made no sense to me.
But like you said, they're business partners. Maybe she didn't think it through.
But that was bad parenting. At the end of the day, she still sees him as his son.
That's not the beginning of bad parenting. She been had bad parenting.
She did, but you seen him have a gun. Take the gun from him. I feel like, why did you let him keep the gun? That's what towards the end of the episode where she was like, oh snap, he must have got the gun from such and such, from Dre. So it was just sloppy for me that she didn't get the gun from her son when he told her, yeah, I got a gun from Dre. Didn't make sense to me. Something
that I had been noticed, and I had thought about this way before during the mid-season, was that Bree story that Ghost had told Tariq. It's like I feel like that was kind of the moment where Tariq was like, you know what? That's exactly what I needed to hear in order for me to do what I need to do to handle things. Like he had told Ghost, you were in my way. And that's how
history always repeats itself.
Yeah, it does.
And there goes to show you how much you want to sugarcoat it, how much you want to dress it up different. You know, if you could go down the same path. And James did not want that for his son, but look what it led to. He made those decisions when he let another woman infiltrate his life and his kids. And look at the effect it had. He totally destroyed his whole family. Totally.
Yes. And now, as far as with the ending, if you didn't wait till after the credits, you should make sure you watch after the credits. You're gonna see basically the next series of this whole power thing. Like hashtag power never ends.
Power never ends.
So power's not even over.
It's continuing here,
it's continuing chapter
there.
2, 3, 4, and 5. Like
it's gonna go. I like it.
I'm happy because honestly we were sad watching the finale because we're like, damn, that's another good show that's gonna be gone. So it's kind of nice to know that there's gonna be other chapters as well. So make sure if you didn't watch the end of the credits, you watch that too.
Now let's talk about, did Ghost have the last laugh on his own family?
What do you mean the last laugh? He ended up dying.
Yeah, he died, but
he got killed by his son.
True, but look at the will. He made a will.
Well, that's not really the last laugh.
I think that's the last laugh.
His son shot him to death, and he basically gave everything to his son.
But he's broke. His son gotta achieve that. We don't know if he's gonna achieve that. But
his son is gonna achieve it. That's what the rich man is for. Trust me.
We don't know. But
that's what the rich man is for.
We don't know. He's gonna make him cook the books, but that rich man is gonna probably end up taking everything that they own.
Even if Tariq earns it out of the 4 years in school, can we really say Tariq deserves it? No, he doesn't. So that doesn't give Ghost the last laugh. That still gives Tariq the last laugh. Because Tariq is basically just, okay, if I go to school for 4 years and finish this, I'm about to get everything that my dad had. And I just had to kill him to get it. So can we really say Ghost had the last laugh?
I think
Not
he
really.
did. Look at Tasha. Tasha got her exactly what she deserved too.
Yes, she did.
She was a grimy chick, and Ghost addressed in the episode. What did he call her? He said a project chicken head. That all you see was a drug dealer before you. You didn't really see past me. You never seen the goodness of me. You just seen the drug dealer, the best drug dealer. So she got her karma. All the dirt she done in episode 2. You know, and everything came back to her. She thought she was super smart, but you know, she got outsmarted, and now she's probably doing 20 years.
But the thing is, everything was fine up until that dumb last move that she pulled on the man that she was sleeping with. She should have never did that. That's what ended up getting her caught.
She was desperate.
Had she never did that, they probably would have got away with it if they figured it out smartly, not doing it like that. Like that was very dumb.
She was wild desperate though. She was wild desperate.
But I am glad to see that she's gonna be back. Tariq is gonna be back. I don't really know why Sax is coming back, but
Sax is another thing.
They didn't even give him a storyline.
They didn't give him a story. He didn't get fleshed out.
My thing is, they put specific faces at the end of the mid-season finale of who shot Ghost. Sax was one of them. So why is it that...
he was in truth with a gun, because Tariq seen him, but we didn't get to see how that...
Like, we saw him in the finale, but it's kind of like, why we didn't get... He is his own episode.
He got his own,
I'm pretty sure his
job
own episode would have been whack anyway.
It probably would have been whack. So they probably did it, and it was like, this shit is whack.
It's okay, I mean, I liked Tate's episode, but it was a little lame too.
But now Tariq will hold that against Sax in the next series.
Next series, they said this summer.
Again, so that could be one of the things. But that was good. I just feel like Tasha's griminess came back to haunt her, and some people you only could do dirt for so long before it come back to you.
But in a way,
always come back around. That's
in a way, can we say that Ghost got his karma too?
He died
for everything. That's what I'm saying. For everything that he's done.
That killed him. I think either his son or Tasha should have been the one.
I feel like it still should have been Tasha, but
it was good.
I guess with Tariq, I feel like that was the obvious choice to pick Tariq to kill his dad, though. So
for me,
I feel like they should have twisted it up. I feel like they made it. I feel like that was the obvious choice, though. If you really think about it, Reg, that was the obvious choice. Dope? I would have rather a shocker. You know what would have been dope? Because I wasn't.
If Tariq and Tasha both pulled the trigger, and they just came together and just both shot it. I thought that was.
But okay, you see, that would have been a shock. That would have been a twist. Did you get a shock when you saw Tariq do it?
Because I predicted Tariq, so I was happy to see it.
Did you gasp a little bit? Did your heart jump?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Exactly, because there should have been. I wanted a shock. There was no shock.
Here's my whole end all, to be all. I actually am glad it did not end in a good positive way. This is not at all a positive story. This is horrible. Of people living off of selling drugs and damaging other people's lives,
killing other people in order to fix this situation.
It was a horrible message, and I'm glad it showed you at the end you will die for your sins, and you will die for the mistakes you made.
You will pay for your mistakes.
Karma will come back to get you, and that surely shows Tasha got her karma.
Look at Dre. Didn't his mom say some reference about like him calling him a devil?
Yeah,
and he got burned.
He got burned to death. That's symbolism of going to the hellfire. But that was great. I thought it ended well. I love Power. I will be getting it when it comes out on Blu-ray. I definitely want to hear you guys' comments and thoughts.
Comment down below and let us know what your thoughts were on this season finale.
Don't forget to share.
Yes.
It's your boy Reg.
And Natalie.
And we are out.